Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm very excited for today's video, but before we jump into it, I do have to give a couple warnings. We will be talking about my surgery that I had for my gynecomastia, moobs and boobs. And then also this is talking about body image and things like that. So it can be a sensitive subject for some, so I understand that. So just know that going in. You will see me shirtless. So remember that, and you'll see before and after, and you'll also see some time during the healing process. So there'll be scars, there'll be stitches. And again, if that's something you're not comfortable with, just be aware of it, listen, and just make your best choices. Again, this is my journey, my process, my surgery. I'm not saying it's the right solution for everyone, but I was pretty fortunate to have it work out for me. And here we go, we're just gonna jump right into it, guys. So before we get right into the video, there's one more thing I wanted to do, and that's go over thank yous. I usually thank you for watching in the beginning and the end, but also I wanted to take time to thank, everyone who supported me in so many different ways throughout my life, but in particular in relation to my surgery. So people who just supported me, checked on me throughout it, encouraged me about my condition throughout life, my roommates who took me to the hospital and brought me back, friends checking in, just all sorts of things. I had a GoFundMe, so people who donated to that to help me keep my expenses down as far as going towards surgery paying for the surgery. So many people I owe a huge thank you to, and just far too many to list. So if you're one of them, you've been a huge part of life and you've been a huge part of this. So thank you. And now we can get back into the video.
Alright guys, so I'm here at the hospital. I'm changing, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Like I said before, it's been about 17 years waiting for this, so yeah, I guess I should go and get changed and let the nurses do their job, and then I'll see you guys on the other side.
Alright, so that was me just before my surgery. It's been a year now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over just that process a little bit before and then also after the surgery, but also during the surgery. And we'll just take a look at how I changed, how my body changed, just the actual physical results of the surgery and how that went. And I'll try to talk a little bit more about that. I try to talk too much, just let the pictures do the work for you. Right after my surgery, there was an article written up by the Daily Mail. So it kind of talked about my history and it kind of talked about a little bit about me. So you might be wondering, how does a guy go from a picture like this to a picture like this? Or maybe a picture like this to pictures like these. Here's an older picture of me back from when I auditioned for The Voice back in Oklahoma. And so I recreated that one. So not only has this obviously been a physical transformation, it took a significant change in mentality, especially to have the article written up on me and to send pictures and videos and things like that about something that up until this point in my life had been pretty embarrassing and something that I was not very comfortable with, even though I had to live with it day to day, and it was obviously a part of my body. So I started with some running and a little jumping, and I had a choice to make. It's they're doing videos and pictures, and so let's really get the point across. So I decided to take my shirt off, which I very rarely do in public situations, and I can't think of anything more public than the internet. It was a big choice to make, and I did it. I think that was just the biggest start of me breaking out of my comfort zone and doing things that might have scared me before and trying to move forward the best I can with the situation that I was given. So in this situation, it was the gynecomastia, little simple things like running, jumping, little things that most people would do easily every day and take for granted. It was really tough for me sometimes. Now, that being said, it often reminds me of a quote that I heard, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I remember exactly. And it had to do more with socioeconomic things and whatnot. But it's true in many facets of life that a lot of times people have to work extremely hard for what others are merely born into, or just kind of have to reach out a little bit, and then it's there. I think as people, a lot of times we can get caught up in the things we don't have, how we don't look, the car we don't drive, whatever. And while those things might be important to you, you may need some of those things, or you might just really want them, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it just takes a lot of work, and if you're just there, it's hard to acknowledge that work sometimes. Another part of me doing this video is to help encourage people who might be going through the same thing or other things, and just know that it can get better, because I honestly felt like, it was just something I had to deal with and live with, and that's not the case. So hopefully this video will help some people, and let's keep going. So now this picture will look like this, and this picture will look like this, and this picture will look like this. But even more so, what I'm more excited about is now when I go running, or if I jump, or if I reach for something, or if I bend over, or if whatever, like I don't have to worry about feeling uncomfortable because there's extra tissue where it shouldn't be, and all those different things. So it's really, really exciting and very fun. So let's keep going. Up to this point, we've talked about just preparing for surgery. We talked about kind of my experience and maybe why I had the surgery. So now, in these next photos, this is me the day of in prep. I'm getting ready, so we had to take some pictures. This is interesting to see the markings that they did. And then at the end, now we just wait. So at this point, it had been about 2 weeks after the surgery. I got my bandages off at this time, and that was the first time that the doctor checked them out. It was the first time that I looked at the surgery site. And then from there, we'll take a look at the tissue. So now we know that it's on the outside. Here are pictures. So again, graphic images coming up. Remember, this is the tissue that was inside of my chest that was extra and needs to come out. So take a look at those. Alright, so at this point, I went under for surgery. It was pretty quick. I think they said 1.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that. I really don't remember, but I do remember it was very quick. I went home after a couple hours of recovery, and then on to healing. And so now we'll move on into that part.
Alright, so today was my follow-up. It's been 2 weeks since my surgery. So I've seen what it looks like looking down, but I haven't seen the front view yet. So this is the first reveal. So, alright, so camera's back up. So this side's still pretty swollen. Like the fluid here, you can still see it. But the scarring is not going to be nearly as bad as I thought. There's still some stitches in, so it's pulling here and here. But to be honest, my biggest concern was the nipple and areola area, and that actually looks like it's going to end up being pretty good. You can't really tell, but there's bandages here still, so this is only 2 weeks out, but so far it looks like it's alright. It actually looks much better than I was expecting, but much like my camera now, the nipples are also front facing, which has not been the case for a while. So this is pretty exciting to see. Still lots of healing to go. I can finally shower again, so that's exciting and awesome. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it heals. This is still very early in the process, but I'm overall happy with the results, and looks like it should get much better. This swelling should go down much more. Guess we'll see. But yeah, this is awesome, and I'm pretty excited to see how things keep developing.
Yeah, things are looking pretty good. So in this video, I thought it'd be a fun idea to go through old pictures that I could find. I didn't take many pictures of myself back then, just because of I was pretty embarrassed, and it could be an awkward thing. So unless someone was taking pictures, I didn't have any of them, but I found what I could, and I thought it'd be a fun idea to recreate the different outfits and looks, at least as close as I could. Some had to get really creative, and others were just pretty close, and they're exact on. So let's jump right into it, and here we go. All right, so these first few pictures are from senior year and like just after senior year. And then these are during college. Costume party with the costumed Lady Gaga, and then now me doing the Soldier Boy up in it. Oh, watch me lean and watch me. Oh, Superman. You know the song, right? Go for it. Some more after college. This one was a fun one, but challenging to recreate. I think I got pretty close, but the last one I think is my favorite. Same on this one. This was kind of fun and easy after I did it, but I wasn't sure going in. And then this toga that both took way too long to tie in both instances. And then there's me doing the cha-cha slide, or whatever dance I was doing. I don't know. Okay, so up to this point, all the pictures have been before my surgery, and they actually have been fun. They were very fun to shoot those, finding all those crazy clothes. The biggest thing I want to showcase in those pictures and in those videos for myself and for others is how big of a change that it can make if you give yourself the time. Obviously we're looking at just kind of physical change on the outside, not that that's super important. Again, this is just kind of my journey, my story. There's lots of change that happens on the outside, but also on the inside, and just kind of your body adjusting and like kind of taking through surgery and everything. And so that's been really interesting and cool to see as well. So now the rest of these pictures that we're about to go through are all pictures that kind of happen after the fact. Now again, I wasn't taking a lot of pictures because for the first few months I wasn't doing anything except recovering and then going to work. And then, again, I'm not in the habit of taking pictures of myself. And then I started getting better at it because I wanted to highlight and showcase this big change and transformation that's been happening. So, we'll go through a few more pictures and then that'll be it. I think I got this one in the second take, but then I lost it. Okay, this last one, I think number 3 and the last one are my favorite, but not quite close, but they're a lot of fun to do. Alright guys, so that's the video. I'm pretty excited with the process and the journey that has happened over the last year. Obviously it's a process that I started a long time ago. I'd say 17 to 18 years I've been working on, weight management, trying to afford surgery, and the different things happening throughout life. As always, but in the end, if you keep working at things, they can work out. So hopefully this inspired someone. I hope it inspired you who's watching, or maybe share it with someone you think you can relate. I know this can be a tough thing to talk about, especially with men, like body image and body positivity and things like that. But it is something that should be discussed. And so hopefully this helps, and hopefully it can help someone that you know or yourself. So until next time, guys, thanks.